Hello and welcome to another video. This is another Top 5 Wednesday, and the topic this week is books that you would recommend reading without reading the synopsis, or books that you would go into blind. I go into quite a lot of books blind. I know like vague things about them, but I generally don't read a lot of the synopsises. Admittedly, I do read a lot of books that are recommended on YouTube, so I know a little bit about them, but generally not the synopsis. But anyway, these are the top 5 books that I definitely didn't know much about before going into. The first one is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I hadn't read any of Laini Taylor's other books. I still haven't actually. They're all on my TBR still. But I got this edition in the Fairy Loot. It was absolutely beautiful, and to be honest, there isn't really much of a synopsis anyway. There is a bit more of one on the inside. Sorry, I'm dropping postcards out of my book. But I didn't really read it. I just thought, you know what, it looks pretty, it looks interesting, I'm just going to read it. And I've actually buddy read this one, and it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of liked not knowing anything about it. So I definitely recommend going into that one blind. The next one was Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I've read the first book by Leigh Bardugo. Is it Siege and Storm? My version's called The Gathering Dark, which is how it was released here originally. So I've only read the one book by Leigh Bardugo, but I was really anticipating this because I loved the film, and I actually went into it thinking it would be related to the film, and then quickly discovered it wasn't. But I went into this blind. All I knew it was about Wonder Woman. But I really enjoyed it once I realised it wasn't anything to do with the film. The next one I'd recommend is Rebel of the Sands by Elwyn Hamilton. This was a pure cover buy for me. I think I read An Epic Story of Swirling Desert Sands, Love, Magic and Revolution, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. And really loved it, and read the sequel without reading the synopsis as well. I think I was just so excited to get to it. So yeah, that's another one. Like I say, it was a cover buy, and I went into it not knowing anything about it. The next one on my list is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. All I knew about this was it was a sci-fi, and it was laid out really differently, so with logs and pictures and things like that. That's literally all I knew about it. I didn't read anything about the premise or the synopsis or anything. I just heard people saying it was really good, it was really unusual, it was really different, so I picked it up and decided to give it a go. And then the last one on my list is something a little bit different for me, and that is The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. I actually listened to the audiobook of this. It was one of the first audiobooks that I listened to. I borrowed it from my local library. I knew nothing about it other than it was a thriller written by the woman that wrote Twilight. I read Twilight. I'm not overly keen on it. I don't think they're particularly well written, but if you love them, then that is perfectly brilliant, and each to their own. I still like the films. They're trashy films that I like enjoying when I'm feeling a bit down. So but yeah, as soon as I heard she was doing an adult thriller, I thought I'd better give that a go. I listened to the audiobook, really liked it, obviously enough to buy the book. I do actually prefer the hardcover, but yeah, the paperbacks fit on my shelf easier. But anyway, I didn't know anything about this, ended up really enjoying it. I'm sure if you like thrillers, you may say it's not the best one, but I really enjoyed it as a casual thriller reader. So yeah, those are my top 5 books to go into without reading the synopsis. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!